Hey everyone, it's Delusion Dispeller. Welcome to our Goal Gainer group through thick and thin. We're with each other through thick and thin. And some days may feel thicker than others. Some days we may feel thicker than others. Um, those days when we have our little cheat days or our binge days or our oops, I did it again days, as I call them. We may feel a little bit thick. Hey, Hillary. But that's okay. And we're going to talk about plateaus tonight because everybody I know of who has ever done any type of dieting or weight loss hits those plateaus and feels stuck forever and wants to quit and give up and say, you know what, this scale is not budging. I'm done with this malarkey. I'm just going to go and eat that big old chocolate cake that I have been saving for when I deserve it, and I'll just eat it ahead of time, get it over with, and just go down with a bang or out with a bang, I guess they call it. Um, but you don't have to. And I want to talk to you about exactly what a plateau actually is. And I want to show you something on my Noom application as well, as soon as my phone decides to load here. So, to begin with, I just pray that God has his way in this room tonight and that we don't have to deal with a whole lot of distractions and trolls and things like that because this is really important and useful information. I mean, I think it's useful. Most people think it's useful to know how to break a plateau, especially people that are used to dieting and getting stuck in those plateaus. And I can tell you, every diet I've ever been on, I've plateaued on. And every diet that I plateaued on, I gave up on. So this is as much for me as it is for anybody else, even though I've already learned this information. And now I'm sharing it with you. So, all right. So I'm going to start by showing you something as soon as I can get to it on my phone. Give me just a moment. Meanwhile, you can say hi to each other if you're not going to stay lurking and you want to say hi, that's fine. Okay. I've got all kinds of pop ups popping up on my phone because my phone was off for a while. So anybody that tried to call me, I would not have seen your call. It's not that I was trying to ignore you at all, it was just that I did not have any access to my phone when I was at the doctor because my phone died shortly before I got there. So then, yeah, that was it. That was it for me. All right. So I'm going to show you something. And I've talked about this before, but now I have a picture I can actually show you. All right. First of all, we have a couple charts here. This first one is what you think, what everybody thinks, or most people think weight loss looks like. Okay, I'm going to have to unplug this for a second so I can stretch my phone over here. There. Okay. This is what most people think weight loss looks like. Nice, steady down slope. This is what weight loss actually looks like. Some up days, some down days, as you very gradually go down. See the little, it's kind of a little mini plateau right here. They stayed the same weight here. Over here too, for a little bit. But that's not a true plateau, and we'll talk about that in a minute. And that's pretty much what my weight loss looks like, as I've shown you. And I am going to show you again where I'm at on that, because I always show you and update you on what it looks like. So let me go to the very beginning, where I started out 200.1 pounds, and you will see how it bounces all over the place, just like they say. What happened here? Hold on a minute. Turn up my lighting. Okay, that's good. Oh, just a minute. I lost my page, sorry. My phone just totally flipped over on me. All right, just a sec. Plug this in again. It's only at 13%. That's the problem. It doesn't want to stay on at that level. We're going to get this to work though. I promise. I actually learned about plateaus back on December 1st. I am in my 10th week, I believe, of Noom right now. Okay, what are we doing here? What is my phone doing? My phone is being funky. I apologize. All right, there we go. Maybe I'm going back to where I was. Okay. Any weird noises? That's my husband. Really, honey? Okay, there we go. Okay. So I showed you these. Now let me show you my stuff. Like I was trying to. Weight graph. There we go. All right. So again, we started at 200.1 pounds. This is through the weeks, through the month. Blah, blah, blah. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. Aren't we having fun? Yeah. This is why you don't look at the scale for your success and you find other ways to measure success because you will bounce all the heck over the place. Now I've gone up, 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 and that's where I am now, 198.4. So have I lost weight? A little bit, according to the scale. I started at 200.1. I'm at 198.4. My weight's been bouncing literally boing, boing, boing. If you look even just in the last few days, you can see those little circles maybe. Not very well because it's not super clear. But those little gray circles, they're kind of like doing this little number. Do, like that. Okay. That's typical. That's a normal weight loss because what we're trying to do here is lose the weight and keep it off, not bounce the whole rest of my life. So it's a process, and it's going to be a process. And I'm really not predicted to get down to the 180 mark until about March-ish, probably. Maybe a little sooner. But within the next couple months, hopefully, I will see 180 something. All right, so let's talk about plateaus. A plateau, what is it? It's actually, and I didn't know this till I read it today myself. Excuse my bad hair day. It's very windy and icy out right now and rainy. And yes, we already have started some very minor floods in our yard. Very minor, very shallow yet. But we have our bridge ready for when it gets deeper if it does. Okay, so a plateau means 2 weeks of staying at the same weight. 2 weeks, not 2 days, not 2 minutes, not 2 hours, 2 weeks. So we're talking 14 days. When you are stuck at the same weight for 14 days, you are officially in a legit plateau. Not until then. All right. You didn't necessarily do something wrong to land you in the plateau. Not necessarily. Now you know what you've eaten or you haven't eaten or how much you've been moving. So you can pretty much decide that for yourself. Also, you may still be losing weight even though it's not showing up on the scale because weight is dependent on several different things. A couple of these things are the sodium level in the food you're eating. I myself need to cut way the heck back on salt. I know this for sure. I'm at that age where salt intake does influence a lot in the body. Now, I use sea salt. Is it sea salt? No, Himalayan salt. But I think that is sea salt. I'm not sure. I think it's two different things. Who knows? Am I in one? No, I am not in a plateau. Nope. That probably won't happen with me for a little bit yet. I'm doing the bouncy thing still right at the moment. My weight's going up, down, up, down, up, down. The other thing is besides, it's irritating. I know, Gretchen, for me anyway. The next thing besides sodium level in the food you eat is hydration. How full of water is your body? And how much water are you drinking? How much are you eliminating? All of that figures into your weight loss and your weight gain, possibly. So if you have a cheat day, for instance, which, I've been out to eat a couple times because I've been taking my daughter on these college visits and things like that. Today was our month anniversary, so we went out to eat. So my weight's going to fluctuate. It's just how it is. I'm eating some things that I don't normally eat at my house. When I'm home, I don't eat as much as when I go out. I don't think anybody does, honestly. There's something about going out to eat. You see that food, it's prepared so pretty, and you just can't wait to stuff yourself with it. Well, happily, I can say I really don't stuff myself with it anymore, but even a little bit more of something or maybe a different type of food when I'm out can cause my weight to fluctuate. And I know this for a fact. So I'm not shocked when I stand on the scale the next day and it says I've gained 2 pounds. It makes sense. I'm retaining more water. There's probably more sodium in their food. There may be more sugar in their food. And the body is holding on to fluid. So, yeah, it's going to show up on your scale. Don't freak out. I'm going to try not to. All right. So, in the beginning, let's talk about exactly how weight loss works, okay? In the beginning of when you first start losing weight. So, when I was at that 200.1 mark, when I first started back on November 1st, I believe. Yeah. You're using less energy as you start to eat less calories. You're not needing as much energy because you're not taking in as many things that you need to burn off. So your body says, oh, okay. So you're not going to eat like 2,000 something calories now. You're going to be cutting it back to like, who knows, 1,500, maybe 1,800. I don't need to work as hard to burn it off because you're not taking in as many calories. What happens then? Oh, hang on. I wanted to do a visual and I totally forgot. Just a second. I planned this earlier and I want to do this. Please stand by. Well, Dee Dee gets something to demonstrate. The good thing is, I get to eat my demonstration when I'm done. Where? Anything in here. Ugh. All right. There. Grab a couple of these. Okay, y'all have seen that commercial. This is your brain on drugs. Any questions? Okay, I'm going to do this kind of demonstration here. These are grapes, but right now, these are your fat cells, okay? So, when you are starting to lose the weight, you've heard people say your fat cells shrink. So, what happens is this. Hopefully, I don't make a mess. I don't want to make a mess of grape juice everywhere. I just smushed the grape. You can see, okay? Your fat cells are shrunk. Because your fat cells are shrunk, there is now less of an area to send out a signal or hold the signal to tell your body, hold on, to stop eating. So when it was like this, it was filled with all these stop eating messages. Once your fat cell shrinks, there's not as much space for the stop eating messages to stay in there. So guess what you do? You start eating more at some point. Which is probably why you see me go on so many diets, because you only go so far and then your body cells shrink and you're not getting that message, oh, I've eaten enough. I'm full. I've had enough. So then you start eating more. Your body believes that you're starving when your cells shrink, your fat cells shrink. It panics, so it starts grabbing calories from everywhere to survive. Eventually, your body becomes used to needing less food. This happens over time. But in the meanwhile, you have to battle that feeling of, I'm not getting enough calories. I need more food. I need more sugar. I want that cake. I want that pie and those cookies and that pudding, because your fat cells shrunk and you're not getting that message to your brain and to your body that you've had enough. So that's why a lot of diets fail, because once you do shrink your fat cells, you're not getting the full message. You're not getting the enough message. All right. So after you have started like steadily losing the weight and you've adjusted to it, because your body will adapt eventually, you're not going to burn as many calories because your body knows that you don't need to. You don't have as much fat on your body anymore to have to burn the calories. So your body's telling you a new message. You don't become as aware of the amount that you're eating. This is the same kind of repeat process. You're like, okay, well, I'm feeling good, but I think I got this under control. So now I can just eat whatever I want. I don't even have to log in my calories. I'm just going to eat. So because you're not as aware of how much you're eating, you may overeat the amount of calories more than you need. If this happens, and it probably will, you need to start measuring your food again. The problem is, see, when you're doing Noom, like I'm doing Noom, when we first start out, we get in this honeymoon phase of, oh, I'm going to do this. I am motivated. I'm going to make it. I'm going to reach my goals. I'm going to go to the top. I'm going to get down to 120 pounds, and I'm not going to stop. I'm never going to fail. But as time goes on, and your body's sending you all these mixed messages, like I just told you, not telling you when you're full, not telling you when you had enough, then you start saying, it's okay. I know how to do this now. I got this. And then you start having one too many helpings of something or a bigger portion of something. And it only takes a little bit because your body cells are so sensitive to the changes in how much you're eating and when you eat and all that good stuff. That's why if you measure your food and you keep it at the right measurements for your calorie allotment, you won't run into the plateau for as long as you would if you just kind of threw caution to the wind and ate whatever you wanted. The other thing that happens is as you go on, food doesn't feel so rewarding in the smaller portions. So you're going to start craving, and even healthy food doesn't feel as rewarding. So you're going to start craving the unhealthy foods. You're going to want the cookies and the cake and the chocolate and all the stuff that you were so proud of not eating anymore. So you're going to find yourself eating stuff that you weren't before eating. So these are plateaus, and these are some of the things your body's going to go through. So this is how you are going to break your plateau. Look realistically at what's going on. Stop beating yourself up because you gained a couple pounds or because you're stuck in a plateau. Because what happens is when you get discouraged and you're stuck in a plateau, you're going to do one of two things usually. You're going to throw caution to the wind and just say, the heck with it, it's not working. I'm going to go get that yummy, delicious cake that I love that's all full of all those gooey, ooey things that is frosted and the frosting's pouring over and, that delicious stuff that you love. I was going to go binge eat because it's not working. So I may as well just give up and go eat what I want. Or you're going to freak out and go, oh my God, I ate too much. I'm not eating for another 2 weeks. And you're going to starve yourself. And then your body's really going to think it's starving and hold on to every bit of fat that it possibly can get its hands on and every calorie. So you want to stay within your budget of calories. That's important. You also want to move more. So if you were doing 10 push-ups, do 15 push-ups. If you were taking a walk outside your door and maybe a few steps, you're going to walk a few hundred steps more or whatever movement looks like for you. Go a little bit further. You're going to remember that progress is not only measured by a scale. Do your measurements, your body measurements, but even more than just a physical measurement. How do you feel? How do you look? Do you have more energy? Do you feel less tired? Measure things like besides physical things. How's your thinking? Do you have clearer thinking maybe? So non-scale progress. And lastly, and then I'll take questions or comments or we can just chit chat. Lastly, lower your expectations. On Noom, it's very easy to do this. When we go into Noom, originally, I'm going to show you this in a minute. There's a thing called settings. And you go into your weight loss plan. This is mine. I'm 53 years old. I'm 5 feet tall. Well, 5 feet and a quarter inch tall. My starting weight was 200.1 pounds. I rounded it to 200. My target weight is 120 pounds. And my weekly weight loss that I wanted to work towards was 2 pounds. Now, the reason I chose 2 pounds is because I know it's going to give me very few calories per day that are allowed. That way, if I go a little bit over those calories, I know it's not a big deal because I purposely drop myself way, way down in calories because I know technically I can eat 1,500 calories. I've done what they call the TDEE. And I know that I can eat 1,500 calories and still lose weight because I've done it, or 1,400 calories between that. So if I put it down to 2 pounds a week, it's putting me at like about 1,300 calories allowed per day. So if I go slightly over that, I'm still hitting where I would still be losing weight. So it's kind of a little mind trick I do with myself. So if you find out that you're plateauing and you've done all these other things I talked about, moving more, not beating yourself up over it, what did I say? Looking realistically at things, not overeating, not undereating, not starving yourself, not binge eating, all that stuff. Then the next thing to do is lower your expectations. So if you said, well, I want to lose the 2 pounds per week, this 2 pound thing, you're going to just change that to maybe 1.5 pounds or maybe 1 pound and take the pressure off yourself. That way you're going to have a little bit more calories to work with and your body can adjust a little bit easier. And you're not going to be beating yourself to rivets because you can't stay within your calorie allotment. You have to remember, you're not going to lose weight overnight. It's going to be months. It's going to be months. And if you're doing Noom, you'll see that on your weight loss chart, the thing with the line that goes down. You're going to see it's going to take me a while, maybe a year or two to get down to where I want to be, maybe less, because it just depends on how my days go. If I'm going to eat sensibly and I'm going to move a lot and I'm going to do my workouts diligently, I'm obviously going to lose more over a period of time. But each time you lose, your body has to go back to this status quo equilibrium, and it's going to keep on fighting you. How many calories should be eaten each day? I know I'm way under. Well, Glow, there's this formula that I use to figure that out called the TDEE, and it takes into account like your height, your weight, your activity level. I can see if I can find where I found all that out. I know there's a lot of YouTube videos about the TDEE, but that is really how you can determine that kind of stuff. There's a TDEE formula. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, here, let me give you this. I'll give you this website. This isn't part of Noom. They haven't even talked about TDEE on Noom yet. But that's a good question, Glow, because you want to know kind of what you're working with. You can't just guess at it. Here. That might help. That helps you calculate it. I know because of doing everything on MyFitnessPal for almost 2 years, logging everything in, I know what mine is because I know when I was losing weight, I can see the line going down and staying down. So I just looked on that and I saw between 1,300 to 1,400 calories for me. But then as you lose the weight, that changes. So you got to constantly, I'd say at least monthly, look at that again and see, especially if you're charting and you're watching the line. I encourage people to log in both MyFitnessPal and on Noom or whatever weight loss thing you're doing so you can actually watch the line on those programs and you can see what the heck is going on. Otherwise, because Noom, it doesn't give you that. It just gives you the calorie line. MyFitnessPal gives you calories, carbs, protein, fat, what was I going to say? Protein, fat, fiber, all those different calculations. There you go, Glow. Glow's going to teach you about the English muffin diet, y'all. I love English muffins too. A lot of it just has to do with the calories. It's not always what you eat. It's how much of it you eat or how many calories, how calorie dense it is. That's why Noom works, because Noom works with calorie density. So eating a grape versus a raisin, they encourage you to eat the grapes, not the raisins. Raisins are too calorie dense. They're full of sugar in the body. The way the body processes them, it processes them like a sugar. Grapes, not so much. So it depends on how calorie dense your foods are. But I think my Fitness Pal has been extremely helpful for me. And what I do is I take my Noom calories and I log them into my Fitness Pal. I don't even, at this point, I don't even log in specific foods that I eat because I already know from Noom, because of the way it's set up with the red, green, and yellow chart, I already know which foods are calorie dense and which foods are better for me. So I'll show you so far, just for today. This is just breakfast and lunch. I haven't done so good with eating my green foods, and I need to do that. Those are the fruits and vegetables, but I also didn't log in all of them for tonight either. This was my yellow foods and my red foods. I did good on my red foods. You want to kind of keep those at a minimum. So, yeah. This tells me pretty much how I'm doing. So I don't really need to log everything in specifically on my Fitness Pal. But I do log in the calories on my Fitness Pal because I want to watch the calorie line. So that's that. Anyway, that's all I had for tonight. I'm not even sure what next week's is going to be, but you can be sure it'll be interesting information like this. Hopefully this helped somebody or gave you some insights into breaking that darn plateau, because yeah, the plateau is probably one of the biggest reasons why people just throw their hands up and say, heck with it, I'm not going to do it anymore. It's just not working. Like when they said, Dee Dee, you've been how many diets? Which one is this? And like the parody about me, I'm going on another diet. It's true, I did. I went on lots of diets. I got very discouraged because I would plateau in the 190s and get stuck there for what seemed like forever. And I was like, why am I even doing this stupid keto? It's not doing anything for me. And I'd watch my daughter losing tons of weight. Like she lost 70 pounds in like 7 months or something, or 9 months. And then she gave up. She decided she missed her old foods and started eating them and gained a big chunk of weight back. I don't plan on doing that. I plan on losing very slowly and keeping it off the rest of my life, Lord willing, and still being able to eat what I love to eat. There's nothing I don't eat. And honestly, it's not that I don't crave foods. Well, I don't crave foods, but I mean, it's not that I don't want to eat fattening foods. Like I like a hot fudge sundae. So if I want a hot fudge sundae, I have 1 scoop of ice cream, a banana, some low sugar jelly, maybe a pineapple, and some low calorie or low sugar chocolate sauce, and make myself a hot fudge sundae. I mean, it's not complicated to substitute foods. I know it is costly for some people. We get food stamps. We're blessed like that. Um, but I think I would be able to do it even if I didn't have food stamps. I just would simply eat less of stuff. I do anyways. I don't eat that much volume-wise anymore. I eat in very, very small containers. My bowls are very small. My plates are very small. I eat this size plate, not this size plate. My bowls are about like this big, and even if I have 2 of them, that's like equal to 1 bowl of something, except for salad. My salad bowls are salad bowls because you can eat salad till the darn cows come home. You're probably going to just pee it out when you're done. So, and it's good for you. That fiber is good. What's up, T? My TT's coming over to see me. Yeah, there's a teddy bear. Glow says hi, T. How you doing, guy? What's up? What's new? All right. So, any questions, comments, input, output, whatever put? Oh, Glow says that's what happened to her in August. She went off of it for the next few months. I think the most important thing is, well, logging is important, yes, but moving. Oh, Bobo's good. Bobo's up here sleeping. There's Bo. There's Bobo. She heard her name. She popped up her head when you said, how's Bobo? That was pretty funny. And Meech Me is on the bed with Daddy. And what are we doing, Bo? Or Teddy? I don't know who I'm talking to. Yeah, she adopted me. I know Matthew said somebody at his workplace wanted her, and he said, "What do you think?" I said, "She chose us. You can't give her up. She chose us. Mm-mm. She's staying with us. We've kept her safe from the elements outside, the storms, the water, the snow. She's staying with us. She's ours. She's one of our fur family. Even if she does fight with Mimi, and believe me, those two can fight. Holy macaroni. They wake me up with some pretty nasty cat fights, and you swear you come out and they'd all be bleeding all over the place. But honestly, they don't even lay hand on each other. They're just loud. They really don't. They don't hurt each other. They just fuss. Hillary says, "Hi, Teddy. Hi, T. You are the star of the show, aren't you, T?" He says, "I'll show you guys how weight loss works. This is how you do it. You do the step climber, the chair arm climber exercise. You try to jump off the chair arm onto mommy and make her scream with those claws. Owie. Now don't step on the computer, T." Vivi likes to play in the snow. Aw, that's cool. It's nice when animals like the snow. Well, that's all I got, y'all. I didn't have much of a crowd in here tonight, but that's okay. I usually go live at 6 or 7, but Matthew and I went to celebrate our month anniversary. 62 months together today. 62 months. It's a long time. We've been together almost 6 years now. Not 62 decades. That's a lot of months. 620, honey. I do know math, Goofy. No, I didn't. I did it in my head.
Teddy knows. Teddy goes.
He's teasing me, Glow. He says I did some math. Hi, Carly. Long time no see, girl. How's it been going? Tornado Fort Worth. Oh, not good. Protect those people, Lord, from that tornado. All right, so I don't have anything else to share tonight on our Goal Gainer group. That was all I got. Breaking the plateau. Yes, I finally removed you from block. And I know you won't make me regret that. Actually, I took a lot of people off of block. Hey, there's Michelle. I figured you'd be lurking about. It's all right. I don't care if you lurk or if you come in and you post. I could care less. As long as everybody's nice to each other. Because we don't know how long we will have each other. So we need to be kind. Our holidays were wonderful. Definitely. Okay. I just got here, delusional. Yeah, I could hear you laughing too with that little LOL. Delusional. Anybody on YouTube's got to be a little delusional, I would think. This is one crazy place. Glow's busted. You were ordered to take a nap. Oh. You were ordered to take a nap. Why did she want you to take a nap so you're up tonight with her all night? Is that why you have to take a nap? I did that the other day. I took a nap. I knew. Because she doesn't want to be up all night alone. And I'm not staying up with her. I sleep at night. I got to have brain cells in the morning to do my tutoring. Oh, she said she was sleepy. Yeah, yesterday when I took Amber for her first tour, because we did another one today for a different college, I told her I was so tired and I have to take a nap, so I put on my little meditation thing and I sacked out for 15 minutes. It didn't help much. I was still tired. That's good, Carolee. Because we've had some pretty good rooms lately in here. Especially last night. Turned out to be good. Anyway. So, anybody want to talk about anything since we got you in here? Anything exciting happening? What are you doing?
Nothing. What are you doing?
You're still eating your salad. Oh, I know. I'm going to make a new salad dressing that I got a recipe for. What happened to my phone again? Oh, you're leaning on it.
Won't get it all in one check.
No, we don't have snow yet.
We get that tomorrow.
We're fixing to, though.
1,800 inches.
1,800 inches.
It's gonna be the blizzard of '73.
No.
All over again, honey.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't you excited?
No, really not.
You don't want 18 inches of snow?
Mm-mm.
What about 8 feet? Would that be something you're interested in?
No.
Why not?
Because I don't want a lot of snow.
Why? You want me home more often, that'd be the way to do it.
I knew what you meant, Carly. When's my next cooking video? I don't know. Whenever I get froggy enough to do one, I guess. I don't have any plan for it. Expect snow on Saturday. Huh, lovely. Google left me a message. Expect snow on Saturday.
Oh, honey, don't be silly. You expect snow tonight.
Oh, you're going live at 11. I probably will tune in if I'm still awake. No guarantees on that because I'm an early sleeper.
You are definitely something on something on it.
Oh, that's nice, Carly. That's really kind. What was I doing? I came on here to do something. Oh, the recipe. Duh.
Oh man, dude. Ugh. Wow.
So there's a lady named Versatile Vicky. She is an Indian lady. I think that is where I got the recipe that I'm going to make with the cashews. Just got to figure out which recipe it was. Might not be her. Might be a different person. Library. Oh, your car died, Gloria. That stinks.
That son of a bitch.
Sorry to hear that. I know cars are a pain in the patootie. Hopefully you're on a bus route or you can get a ride or something to work.
Dude.
To figure this out. It was cashew salad dress. Oh, that. That's her. That's Carly. Oh, 3 vegan sauces you can put on anything with no oil.
3 creamy sauces.
Yeah. We don't want to hear you right now. I can't wait to make some of these. Put them on my dressing. On my salad. On my dressing. Put the dressing on my salad, I meant.
Honey, you're a weird one. Mr. Grinch.
Yes, I am.
You make all the poop in the house smell delicious.
What
Mr.
are you
Grinch.
talking about?
You are the weird one. Mr. Grinch.
Oh, that's not good, Analyzer.
You make bath time. So
Not good at all.
What, honey, what?
I'm so sorry.
What?
Yes, that's the one I want.
Fine. Thank you.
For what?
Being so weird and making me feel normal.
You're welcome.
Good. Glad we can make each other feel sane.
All right, so I am going to eventually make this cashew dressing. I'll probably make a video and upload it so y'all can see how it turned out. Because I'm probably not going to stay on here a whole lot longer. I don't really have anything more to talk about diet-wise. And I don't want the video to be of me just staring into the screen going, you know. All right, so I'm going to get off of here and I'm going to go and make my cashew dressing and I will upload the video so all of y'all can try it, see how it works for you. Never done it before, but it should be interesting. Thanks for coming in, everybody. Have a great night. We'll see you next Friday on the Through Thick and Thin Goal Gainer group. Have a good one. Bye.